This is my final synthesis for EDLL 3352. So we're going to be talking about the 4 components of writing, which are balanced literacy, writer's workshop, writing process, and the 6 traits. We're going to begin with balanced literacy, which has interactive, shared, and independent writing. Interactive writing is when the teacher and the student write together, sharing the pen. And I've seen this done so many times in younger grades where the teacher and the student are writing new words together or creating sentences on the board. Shared writing is when the teacher is modeling the 6 traits of writing and they are showing the students how to do something. Independent writing is when the students themselves will write all on their own, just like we had them do in our mini lessons. Next, we will be talking about writer's workshop, which includes the mini lesson / introduction, writing time, and sharing time. The mini lesson, I've been doing them every week with my case study student this semester. And this is where you briefly address things the writer needs to improve on, such as different areas of the 6 traits. During writing time, this is where you're allowing the students to write independently. And sharing time, this is where the students will work with peers or in groups and they share their writing with each other. Next, we'll be talking about the writing process. It begins with rehearsing / pre-writing, drafting, revising, editing, sharing, and publishing. So, rehearsing / pre-writing, this is the first stage where students are brainstorming and coming up with different ideas and topics for their piece. Drafting is where the students will write everything that they have thought of onto the paper. Revising is when they are moving things around, adding, deleting, or substituting phrases to better their writing. Editing is the more mechanical version where they're fixing misspelled words, capitalization, and punctuation. Sharing is when the students will read their work to an audience or their peers. And publishing is when students will produce their final copy to be displayed. Next, we'll be talking about the 6 traits, and they are ideas, organization, voice, word choice, sentence fluency, and conventions. Ideas is the main message of the piece. Organization is the structure of the piece. The way the piece will be structured, such as compare and contrast, and or like a narrative, such as beginning, middle, and end. Voice is the sense of a person behind the words of a piece. Word choice is using the right words at the right moment. For example, when my case study and I worked on word choice, we were replacing the tired words with new words from a thesaurus. Sentence fluency is the rhythm and flow of sentences. And conventions are the rules of correctness. And this is like spelling, punctuation, and grammar. And we can see the big picture here. The first line we can talk about is how we can use balanced literacy for the writer's workshop, and you'd use interactive and shared writing during mini lessons, and independent writing during writing time where they're writing by themselves. Balanced literacy, we use it when we're teaching the students the 6 traits and we are working together. We can use the 6 traits in the mini lessons like I have said before. And during their writing time, that's when they're drafting. They're writing all their ideas onto the paper. And with editing and conventions go hand in hand. They're almost the same thing. They're both fixing different textual things on the paper. And revising, you can use all the different traits for revising to make the paper a better paper. And this concludes my sentences for EDLL 3352.